Good morning. I'm going live. Look at my fancy cup. I'm just going to show you. Look, I'm playing with stuff. But look, this is, I can't show you this like in real time because it fucks up the light. But look at the view from my office. Isn't it incredible? Oh look, and there's my office, which is messy. But in case you're curious, this is where the magic happens. Anyway, it's a bit of dumbness. So, that's my house. It's pretty cool, huh? Anyway, hi. I'm just streaming. Again, probably part of just let me click, 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 get the comments up, all of these things. Hello. Just having some fun, seeing where we go. But, oh, what did I do? Oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on. No, that's not what we wanted. I'm awesome. I'm figuring this out. 1 second, I was going to refresh the browser. Just 1 second, because I need to. Okay, so comments don't work on my personal Facebook. They work on the YouTube channel, and I get them on the page, I think. I've also set up Twitch and Periscope, so I'm testing those. I don't have any real followers there other than sort of an old when Periscope, was first new. So whatever, I'm just testing the software. So I thought that what I'd do, because I think there's some value in this for people who are like me. I'm going to eat a mushroom. I think there's value in sharing this progression where people who are ordinarily absolutely terrified that this is not what they're good at, and they push through and they try, right? I'm not going to eat on camera anymore. I just decided I don't want anyone to fucking watch me eat. Okay. I will have coffee though. Look, black coffee. It's fun. Anyway. So, while I gather my thoughts, I think if you tune into these live streams by now, you know that basically it takes me a good 5 minutes just to stop waffling and talking shit. But hey, let's see how we go. I'm just opening up my thingy so that I can see. Just give me 1 sec. Click for more. Basically, it takes me a good 5 minutes. Hang on. To stop waffling and mute so I can see comments. Okay. All right. Hopefully we see some. But no, again. Okay. So, it's been really weird actually, because I really want to share this video and this process. And it might look like I'm like all up myself and whatever, but this is actually just conquering just a major fear. And a lot of the reasons why I haven't built the influence that I have, or I haven't necessarily achieved all of the stuff that I have, in terms of content, in terms of influence, in terms of credit for IP, it's because I have avoided the camera, and I've avoided self-promotion. And I've always hidden behind the keyboard, always written, always just avoided the things that you got to do. And what I'm doing here is I am just jumping in, and it's actually getting to the point where it's quite fun, which is awesome. Obviously I'm still very uncomfortable, you can tell, right? Because I'm stalling, and I'm not articulate, and I'm not, I'm definitely not like how I am in person, but I'm getting better. And that's really good. It's only really been a month since I started. So what happened was I thought I wanted to do a podcast because that was the safe option, because I'm quite comfortable speaking. Again, a form of avoidance. And then I just said, fuck it. Let's just do video. And so there's a little bit of history here, right? It's a little bit of history in the sense, which is that because I run a digital agency, I realized the writing's been on the wall for some time that video is something that people need to learn to conquer if they're going to succeed. I've been advising clients to do this stuff for ages. I have been telling them what to do. I even edit videos and do like graphics and all of that stuff and storyboarding and all of the stuff that it's really good to tell. It's easy to tell people what to do. It's harder to do it yourself and put yourself in the firing line. And so Paul and I set up the camera. I'll actually show this. I'm going to go through this. It's sitting on a hard drive. But basically we set up because we've got all of the gear. We've got the proper gear. We've got the SLR. Even though this is just a webcam, we've got all the box lights. We've got all the setup. So Paul spent 45 minutes setting up the studio area, which is, our house, but set it up to look like a studio. List of questions, list of things to talk about, all the lights, the camera, multiple angles, and guess what? I cracked the shits, and then I started crying. I was so afraid of doing video that I ended up in tears. We had a big fight, and I became aware that I was, looking for any reason. So I don't like this angle. Hang on. Looking for any reason, any excuse to avoid doing the video, right? And I think that tantrum is actually caught on tape. I think it's sitting there. I've got to look through. And that was about 2 months ago. There's another video on my channel where I talk about my, again, this is actually very much more, I want people to see that you can do it. And I want people to see that you can push through it. And I want to, I guess, see the progression that I'm going through. I'm nowhere near where I need to be in terms of video. Like I've been offered TV opportunities before. I've turned them down. And because the one time that I was actually meant to be on, I think it was, I can't remember, about 10 years ago. I was going to be on the drum, right? They were going to try and do a new segment, and they wanted a social media commentator. And I couldn't do it. I was too nervous. Turn the light on. I'm, off camera, I am easygoing and funny and have all the right words and all the right things to say, which is why I'm still in business, because I can actually still speak. But on camera, I've just always just dropped it, right? Yes, you can see the tantrum. Sorry, hang on. So Gender Critiques asks, hey, can we see the tantrum? Yes, you can. Definitely. I'm going to go and look on the hard drive. Hopefully it was captured, because I think it's really important for those that are hesitating to do video that they don't, and this is part of the reason why I'm hesitant to do scripted edited video. Like I did one the other day where I had a teleprompter and it actually works pretty well, but Taya doesn't come through on it. So, but again, considering it was my first time doing a teleprompter, I think I've done okay. So it's all just, I think it's really important for people to just see that if I can do it, and I am chicken shit, I'm absolute chicken shit on video. Right now, I'm sitting here going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, panic, panic, panic. It gets better and easier every time. And I'm going to leave all of the old crap videos there where I stutter and stumble and I fuck up. And you know what? My thumbnail game, fucking awesome. My brain, fucking awesome. You know, I talk good game and I've got to be able to, you know, and this is, I tweeted this morning, which was basically, I think that it's really important for people, especially kids, to see the value of the grind. Not just to see sort of the end result, but to see that failing upwards is that it's constant. You don't come out of the womb knowing how to do these things. And you just most certainly when you come out of the womb autistic, you most certainly don't get this stuff naturally. And that's what there was a conversation I was having with my son yesterday because I'm teaching him how to play piano. And I was like, well, you should do some scales. You got to do your scales. It's like, well, it's boring. I said, yep. That's the part that's enjoyable because it's about the technique and it's about learning how to do it correctly. And I think that fewer and fewer people really can push through that pain. You know, like this is incredibly painful, but it gets easier every single time. You know, the first time I was learning to play guitar, I remember when I first did a bar chord without it buzzing. It was awesome. Or when I couldn't fucking sing and play at the same time, and then eventually it all just came together, and one day I was able to sing and play because I had just kept practicing and kept practicing and kept practicing and kept practicing. And it's the same thing with piano. You practice with your left hand, you practice with your right hand, and then you put them together. And at some point, you just keep doing it, and eventually it all comes together. And right now, this is me learning a C scale and how to do stuff. So, it's crazy that I can be. I am frustrated because I am actually quite a competent editor and director and producer and graphic artist. I have all of the skills, but this is a psychological war. This is not about the actual technical ability. You know. Do you take? Oh, gender critiques. Are you a piano teacher? Awesome. I wouldn't mind if you actually do lessons, let me know. An excuse to hang out because my son needs one. So he's homeschooled and I'm putting music at the forefront of his stuff. So anyway, I like this. It's actually working. It's only YouTube comments though. But it seems to work. Okay. Oh, okay. I play guitar too. Okay, awesome. So gender critiques teaches guitar too. That's cool. We got a jam, sweetie. We really do. Even though that's another thing. See, this is the thing. I'm actually a good musician and I'm a good speaker and I'm a good writer. And my stage fright has been the thing that has held me back. Like, do you know how many drinks I have to have in order to do like karaoke or anything like that? And I've actually been like, I'm very good. Nobody knows because I've been so afraid of this stuff my whole life. So I'm learning to extrovert, or at least pretend to be, or learning how to be one of those people that make it look like it comes naturally. And the fact of the matter is, it doesn't come naturally to most people. Sorry. Looks like my sister is having the same thought as me. I've got to remember to drag the comments in if they come in. Now again, I don't know if they seem to only work on YouTube, so I don't know, but we'll see. That's fine. Might just be that everyone just watches my YouTube and I just repost it elsewhere. That's the only one that counts anyway, isn't it? But yeah, anyway, so I've gone, in the space of a month, if you go through my videos, and I'm not telling you that you have to sit through my videos, because honestly, I agree, they're kind of shit. I talk, I waffle, can't like gather my thoughts easily because I'm ADD and autistic. If I can do it, it's not so much, okay. Here's another thing. Don't let your struggles define your ability. You can overcome things, right? And I'm a testament to that. Like, nobody believes that I'm actually on the spectrum because I've learned how to do and fake certain things, how to fake eye contact, for example, and all those sorts of things. So I'm just saying that if you want to do something, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your limitations are. Find a way to be happy. And it's I'm really happy actually about this. I know I'm wondering. Anyway, back to where I was. So I had a tantrum, I was crying, and then I said, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm a leader of a digital agency that did video production for clients, and I just said I don't want to do video. So and then I got sick, and then I just went, I'm unhappy. I need to, so this is my new thing. I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out what I'll do next. So, but yeah, thank you. Nate asks what streaming software I'm using. Actually, that's a good question. So I started, when I first decided to do this stuff, I downloaded OBS, which is an open source, the open source thing. It had like 1 million screens. I think that's the pretty standard tool. And then again, I actually use Ecamm Live and Restream. And so Restream does the multi-stream. So what that does is it simulcasts my streams to not just YouTube, but Facebook, Twitch, Periscope. So, and it does all of it. Like, there's a whole bunch of others as well. And then Ecamm Live connects to Restream. So all I do is just turn it on, and you basically it's really good. Unfortunately, Ecamm Live only works on a Mac, but on Windows, I think they've got a easier to use version of OBS called Streamlabs or something like that. So there's options. I keep trying to use OBS, but like I think I said in a previous stream, there's a reason why I don't have a manual car license, because I just can't, it's just too many things going at once. I'm sure, yeah. So this just works. I really, really like it. It costs me money, so that's the difference between OBS and Ecamm. But I earn some money, so I can I can afford these little subscriptions, which gives me a leg up. So yeah, it's I can put links down actually in the comments after this if you like, Nate. Yeah, but anyway, so this was supposed to be a little more story driven, where I talked about my journey. I'm still really, really insecure about stuff. It's really weird how your psychology gets affected. Like you notice things, you notice your flaws, you notice my bottom teeth are obviously, they're like my grandma's, they're crooked and stuff, like this crooked tooth, and I haven't, I can see how people end up neurotic, with this stuff. That's why I'm doing warts and all, because it's the only way I can actually do this without going into a full-blown whatever. I have a tendency to get, I don't suffer a lack of confidence in terms of intellect, but I do in terms of the way I present socially, and also just looks, and like I'm a fucking woman. I live life as a woman. I'm used to it. But if you want me to fix anything, you can pay for it. That's fine. I don't mind. But you know, unless you're going to pay for it. Yeah, that's my view. Like, you never know. I might get someone who hates my teeth so much that they're willing to pay for them. That'd be great. Oh, laughing at my own jokes. Yeah, so anyway, I am getting better. I feel like I'm getting better. I'm not as afraid. I wish that I could see. Another thing that I'm struggling with a little bit is, it's not the audience. I'm not worried about that stuff. It's where I have the most value, because I could do what Tim Pool does and talk about the news. I'm just trying lots of different things. I'm giving advice. Basically, and probably a good strategy for me so far has been actually just going over my old content and seeing if there's anything that I can repurpose or read out, or, you know, readapt for video and just read it out. So what that does is it takes that pressure off to create content. So that's one thing. The one benefit to having notebooks full of jokes and 20 plus years of blog posts and stories and all sorts of, and rants and old Facebook, everything, is the fact that I've got plenty of stuff written down that I can actually just repurpose into video. But I don't want this to be another, like, here's top 10 tips of, like, I know that those things work, but at the same time, it's just not really, I think it's saturated. And so I'm just trying to figure this out, you know. Thankfully, you know, I'm in a position where I can pay for subscriptions and things like that, and I still earn an income outside of doing this. The problem is that income comes with a trade-off of time, which means that I prefer to live stream rather than having to do editing. Because one thing that people don't realize is that editing actually takes fucking ages. Even when you're good at it, it actually, you can easily, it's a day's work for one video, if you know, especially if you're a waffler like me, or you need any sort of color correction, or you have any visuals or anything like that. So even though that stuff, I'm capable of it, I just don't see it as a priority at the moment. My priority is just having friends around and having a chat. You know, it'd probably be better if there were people on here with me. So if you want to come on, that'd be cool. We can talk about whatever you want. But yeah, it's getting better. If you look at my first video, where it's called the robots judging people thing, where I didn't even want to film myself, and I just screen shared on Facebook, and it turned out being like low quality and rambling, to the next one and the next one and the next one. It's like I'm running my own race, and I really like that, because it's I like new challenges, and probably because I've been doing web design and stuff for so long, it's almost autopilot, like, so, you know, so it's good to have like something new to learn. I'm invigorated by it, even if it's horrible and terrifying and uninteresting. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I'm getting better. I just felt like doing this because I also have some work to do, and I tend to go live when I'm procrastinating. But thank you for watching my stream. It's getting easier. It's getting a lot easier, and it's worth giving it a go. I'm still scared of Instagram stories for some reason. Instagram scares me for some reason. I don't know why, and I think it might just be, it's just, I don't like Instagram. It's just, I don't know. Twitch is more my crew. Yeah, oh my God, when Borderlands 3 comes out, I'm totally going to be doing stuff on Twitch. That'd be good fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. All 2, 3, I don't know. It doesn't measure these things very well. I don't know why. Anyway, it's been Rip. I got work to do. And my coffee's cold. And like and subscribe and pay for my teeth. And boobs. I could do with some boobs as well. That'd be good. Okay. Ciao.